What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. And so today we're going to be taking the tour. So remember how this started. It started with the online orders, right? So I started getting these online orders and I wanted to figure out how can I make it more easy and convenient for me to be able to get my product, because I had storage space, but it was a little messy, right? Then the challenge was, how do I turn that mess and make it functional, right? Remember that? So remember those last two episodes? If you missed those episodes, go hit the link below so you can get caught up, right? Get caught up with us. So then I found a solution, a really inexpensive solution, and it was about $27, right? It was like, Eureka, this is it. I got it. Here it is. And then it came in the box, and the box was very light, and it was small, and I was like, I have a lot of heavy books. How's this gonna work? So much so that one of our viewers and talented artists out there, Daphne Lage, was like, I think you should have spent some more money and got something more solid. But to my surprise, and it will be to your surprise too, Daphne, it worked. It worked. I stacked that stuff and I filled it up. So one of the things about this unique shelving system, which is really hollow aluminum pipes and some drape, is that it supports 21 pounds per square, right? So that's over 240 pounds, I believe. I don't know, 220 pounds, 221 pounds, around there that it supports. So that's pretty fantastic. So anyway, so I filled up my storage, and I'm excited about it, and it works. So before we go into that, I just want to remind you that my Kickstarter is still running for book number 4 of There's an Alien in My Toilet. If you haven't done so already, I would love for you to get a copy for yourself, for your loved one. If you like comedy, if you like adventure, if you like The Loud House, Invader Zim, Marvin the Martian, Alf, DuckTales, you're gonna love this. And it's fun for all ages. I worked really hard on it. This is book 4. This is Kickstarter book 4. Now, I want to thank everybody who made the launch day successful. We had an amazing launch day. We funded in 1 hour. So now it's time to give out some stretch goals. There's a lot of great stretch goals. And as of this recording, we're like 130 bucks away from unlocking the first stretch goal. And then remember, if you're a return backer, physical level, you get a free enamel pin. And if you're a new backer, you never backed this book before, you get a free print. All you have to do is get a physical reward. So you got to back it for a physical copy of the book, and you get a free 8x8 print of Duty. So that's pretty awesome. So I know that you want to hear about the tour. You want to see it. You're waiting. You're desperate for it. You're like, come on, Sam. You have us waiting. We're chomping at the bits. So let's check out the closet. Why don't we? Alright guys, so here we are. Before I turn to the left, we're going to go over the room, and I'll basically walk you through my process. So this was the original shelf that I had in place already. So what it did was allow me to move whatever's on here to the other shelf on the other side, because I want to make this focus for There's an Alien in My Toilet. And it's not as stocked because over here are all the convention. My hand's a little shaky. All the stuff for the convention. So all the long boxes are filled with all the Duty stuff. So that's all just prepared to grab and go. So here we are. This here is one of the original graphic novels from 2005 for There's an Alien in My Toilet. Black and white edition, and those are all the whatever's left of the inventory of the black and white. It was distributed in the Borders and Barnes and Nobles and Targets of the world, and I sold a few thousand copies, and then I left the business. But anyway, so as you can see, we'll start off the influence behind Duty. Alf, I'm a big Alf fan. You can see VHS tapes. Yes, I do have VHS tapes. That's pretty fantastic, but I love Alf, and it's just fitting to have Alf next to Duty. And there's Duty. again, that figure, that 6-inch Army Duty figure, is available on our Kickstarter right now, so you can grab it. So those are the two variant covers for the series. So I have them on display because they're the number 1 and 2 hottest selling covers so far. And then Fire and Ice. You gotta have Fire and Ice. You know, I'm a big fan of this. I love it, by Ralph Bakshi. It's fantastic. But anyway, so here's the box that the figure comes in. So it's like, see, there's one in there already, ready to grow. It's like, remember the Happy Meals back in the days? But, so then I have this here. This is, I used to teach art at the YMCA in New York back in the crazy comics days. But that's there. And then here, I have a space for my prints. So all of my prints are in here. So I just have this there. I have the photo there. So I know that these two boxes right here are all prints. If you can see, there's some prints in there as well. Oh, behind here, there's a Wizard magazine. You still sealed, and it has Angelina Jolie on the cover. That, I have a full-page ad in that Wizard magazine from back in the days. But anyway, so this shelf acts as the storage for all of my books. For There's Nail in My Toilet, only for that series. And up here, I have sketchbooks. I have all supplies. It's all supplies and then back stock. So you can see I have the enamel pins here. I have some stuff for the cameras. These are the original mic flags. So this is the first mic flag that I had. And then this is the second mic flag that I had for the podcast. And all these little boxes back there are all trading cards, stickers, postcards. So you can see there's postcards there. And then over here I have a space for that's for the bags and boards. Those are extra bags and boards. And then up here, that's going to be available soon. The pillows for the Catch the Craze podcast, coming very soon. And then up here on this top shelf, there's more prints. This here is the back stock for the 6-inch figures. More prints and more books. There's all books in there, back stock. These are just empty boxes of my Rodecaster Pro with some extra supplies. And then, so now let's go over, you said everyone wanted to know, how did that shelf work? So Daphne Lays, this one's for you. I know you were concerned. You're saying you didn't think it was going to support a lot of weight, but because it was pipe and drape and it's hollow. But if you can see here, there it is. Each one of these cubes holds 21 pounds. So there's 10 cubes times 21 pounds. So as you can see, this is a graphic novel, right? There's a forbidden graphic novel, and it's stacked to the gills, right? 2 rows. So that's the full graphic novel, black and white, and this is the first 3 issues in color graphic novel. And there it is. So, and then what I do is I put them on display so I know exactly what's there. So there's Catch the Crazies right there. So I know exactly what books are on each shelf and what supplies are there. And it works easy. So if I get an order on the website, I just come in here and grab it. So as you can see, I have hollow foil covers, gold covers. Everything's categorized and separated there by style. Up here is my kids' books. So all of my picture books for the kids up on this shelf, and there's 2 rows. You can see back there, it's 2 rows. It's pretty thick, and there's a lot of books up there, so there's a lot of weight. Then there's the original art. You can see that one's available on the Kickstarter. That's an acrylic painting. And then back here, here's another one that's available on the Kickstarter. That's also acrylic painting on wood. And again, my sketchbooks and some miscellaneous stuff. The reason why I kept these bars up here is because I get to hang my art. So these are my acrylic paints. And then also my cameras. So I have 2 cameras that I use for podcasting and for the conventions. So anytime you can hang anything is a plus. And then behind that, I have my bags. So there's my branded bags. So I have extra bags. And then here, like all these conventions that I've done throughout the years, there's all my badges. And then if you know anything about Catch the Craze, you know the Crazy Man, that's his shirt right there. And then this here is a Wonder Dog shirt by George Medina. That's there as well. So, and then remember I said I wanted to keep some space in the corner for all of my extra stuff. My banner frames, my camera supplies. So that corner works perfectly. I have my easels for drawing. And then down here, there's my travel long boxes. Right there. So then right here in this corner, that box down there is filled with all of the Kickstarter campaigns that I backed personally. So all the independent creators that I've backed, I store all of those in these there. So I have it separated from my Marvel Comics collection, my Image Comics collection, and I have it all separate. And then here, this is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys remember this going back in the days. There's Bedrock and Company #1. That is fantastic, right? And this is a classic right here. So I have every Moon Knight done by Stephen Platt. Bagged and bought, I never even read them. So there's his name, S. Platt. And so I have every issue here of that there. So I have them there because one day I might sell them. We never know. But this is what it ended up being. What do you think? What are your thoughts? For a small space, it works perfectly for me. I got everything I need in this one room. Now, long term, I might replace this to one of those. Reason being is I can't put two books adjacent to each other. There's not enough room sideways. But I can do it on that. So, while this has 3, 6, 9, 12, this has 12 cubby holes, and that has 10, I can get double the usage on another one like that than this. But what I like about this is that I have the space underneath for an extra row of shelves. So this is, you know, the premium stuff. Like this is the most important stuff right here. It's a high ticket item. I want it available. The prints, I sell a lot of prints on my website, so it's easy to come in here and grab and go. So everything's there. And then this book right here is just all my sketch cards, commissioned sketch cards. So what are your thoughts? This is my storage solution. So what do you think? You think I did it? I know that there could be some things I could do better, like I talked about the shelf that I might change down the road. Right now, everything works for what I needed. You know, I'm not spilling all over the place with inventory. I have enough inventory to support my long boxes to travel to conventions, and I have enough inventory to supply my online orders. And it's interesting because my online orders, I get more orders for prints and original art than I do for the books, and I'm hoping that changes. I'm hoping that shifts, and it might be because everyone gets it on the Kickstarter. But I will be hitting a lot of conventions this year in 2023, so we'll see how that works and if the ratio changes. But the only way the orders come in and people know about the books is if you get the books. So if you like this channel, if you haven't done so already, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with a friend, and the next time I have another problem that I need to work on. And the problem is that bookshelf behind me. It's not a bookshelf, it's my toy shelf. So I have all these action figures, but I can't display them all because I only have one shelf and the counter. And there's enough room to add a secondary shelf, but it's shaped very weird. So I have to go out and source a piece of wood, and then I have to take the measurements and I have to cut it myself and to be able to fit it in there and get those action figures in there because I want to display them. I have a lot of cool stuff. And so the next episode should be that one. But there's another episode about some books that I read that I like, art books that I think you should check out. And there's going to be another one on a convention. So with that said, I appreciate your support. Thank you for joining my art channel. And until next time, you guys have a blessed day. And remember, dreams only come true if you believe in them and then you put into work. So put into work. Have fun. Talk to you soon.